Camille from Camille's Primary Ideas, and today I have a singing time lesson plan for teaching the hymn, Have I Done Any Good? Now, I know this is a hymn. Don't let hymns scare you from teaching them in singing time. Hymns contain important gospel truths, and we need to teach them to our primary kids. So I do have a couple tips and tricks that I recommend when teaching hymns in singing time. First is I recommend only teaching the first verse. Now, if you want them to sing the second, third, fourth, sometimes sixth verses, that's great, but I think it's a good goal just to start with the first verse and have them learn that very well rather than have them learning all the verses to the song. Usually the first verse and chorus, the chorus will be repeated throughout the duration of the song. So they'll at least be able to know and catch on to that part in the repetitive verses. I should say consecutive verses. And usually the chorus is probably, if there's something you really want to focus on the chorus. It tends to be shorter. It contains the main message of the song and it's repeated several times throughout the song. All right. So with that said, do yourself a favor, focus on the first verse, and then if you want to go into multiple verses, go ahead. I do love to have, if we're singing hymns in sacrament meeting, like either for a program or any other time throughout the year, I love to incorporate the congregation on the subsequent verses. The congregation loves to sing with us. My primary kids love to sing with the congregation. It's a win-win all around. So that's how I kind of incorporate and engage with the other verses, but we focused usually just on the first verse and choruses in singing time. Okay, so for this singing time lesson plan, you are going to need all the printables that I'll be using on the board, and you can access those all using the link below. And then you're also going to need some sort of shaker rhythm instrument. So I have some maracas that I made. I just used some of my shaker eggs and some electrical tape and 2 plastic spoons. Really easy, didn't take me very long to throw together a couple right here. But if you don't want to do that, you can easily just use a shaker egg. I have some of these are homemade that I made years ago. They just contain some dry beans in the bottom and they're just plastic Easter eggs. Easter eggs can be found everywhere this time of year. So you can use those. And then I hot glued these, but I do probably recommend using electrical tape instead. It tends to not crack. The hot glue cracks after time, but use whatever you have. Or you can also, I pre-made ones, so you can buy just regular shaker eggs as well. I do think the maracas are kind of fun because it shakes things up. See what I did there? Okay, so you'll just need something for the kids to shake. If you don't have Easter eggs, but you maybe have a lot of prescription bottles, empty prescription bottles, fill those with rice or beans and they work just as well. So they just need something that will just they can shake that's small in their hand to the rhythm. All right, so to start this singing time lesson plan, I recommend you and the teachers sing the song first. So if you're like me, you know that I love to post the words. It helps me not sing solos up front. I'm not a fan of singing a solo. If that's your forte, go right ahead. But I love to have the teachers involved. If they're singing, they're helping me, and I just love that. So what you'll want to do is you and the teachers sing the song, and before you start singing, tell the children that this song has 6 different questions in it, and you need to listen. They'll need to be listening to all the questions asked as you are singing the song. Now, I know you're thinking the answers are all right here. I don't care. To have the answers here, if that gets them participating and they think they're cheating, that is totally fine with me. So, if you don't want the words out, fine, turn it around, or you can even use a hymn book, pass out hymn books to the primary. I mean, there's lots of options for this. So you and the teachers sing the song, and children are listening for 6 questions found in the first verse. So, and caveat, this lesson plan is only for the first verse. So after you're finished singing, and children are going to be raising their hands, I heard a question, and the first one, it may not even be the first one, they maybe heard the last one. When they needed my help, was I there? So I have these word strips that contain the 6 different questions, and I've just cut them apart. So whatever question the children find, place that on the board. And if you even want to put them out of order at first, it's more opportunities to repeat this song. Okay, what's another question? And they'll either you sing it again because they don't have any more questions, and you could even put this away to see if they remembered what was sung. Okay, so say they has anyone's burden been lighter today because I was willing to share? Post that on the board. And then sing the song again if they haven't found all 6 questions. I highly doubt they're going to get all 6 questions after the first time hearing it. So hopefully you can get 2, maybe 3 times singing the song, and they're just listening for the questions. And as soon as all 6 are on the board, sing it with the questions on the board. And if they're out of order, even better, stop, put the questions in order, and then you're just wanting to create multiple repetition just by listening to the song. Okay, so then what I love to do is ask the primary, can any of you answer yes to any of these questions? So, have you helped anyone in need? Have I cheered up the sad and made someone feel glad? Have I done any good in the world today? These really are great questions. I mean, they're just very introspective. Have the sick and the weary been helped on their way? Has anyone's burden been lighter today because I was willing to share? So you can just quickly take some answers if children can come up with a time when they helped someone else. So this is just really helping them relate more to the song. Okay, so then you just kind of quickly discuss it and then sing it again. Now, if you notice, this isn't the whole song. So the last part is this fun little fill in the blank. So we're going to sing the song again. I'm going to put this up here and say, can you help me fill this in the blank? Fill in the blank with the words. Doing good is a blank beyond measure, a blank, and blank. So then you'll sing the song. And what I love to do is just take a marker, dry erase, or whatever you have, and fill it in. As doing good is a, if they don't know, let's sing it again. Doing good is a pleasure. Joy. Oh, we don't know what it is. Let's sing it again. Joy. And then again, you could turn the words around, whatever you need. A joy beyond measure, a blessing of duty and love. Now, for younger children, if you've got the teachers there, I would probably keep the words out. They're not going to be able to read anyway. Well, the really young ones. But that doesn't matter. You can still read these and verbalize, even though they can't read. It doesn't matter. And usually what I found is only the really, really young children can't read Sunbeams, where the older junior primary, they're all learning to read and they actually enjoy reading. So don't be scared from putting words up on the board and feeling like you don't have an activity for younger children. Okay, so now that we've got all the words on the board, let's sing the whole song. Have I done any good in the world today? And just sing it again. So by now we've probably sung and listened to the song 6, 7, maybe 8 times. And then what I love to do at the end or towards the end is to bring in the shaker eggs. Now the rhythm to the song is just very strong and unique. I love it. Have I done any good in the world today? So you can slap it on your hand or shake it in the air. All right. And so then you'll just do a shaker egg. And one time they can even sing a question and then shake a question and repeat and then sing it again, rotating. So then they would shake the first question, sing the second one, and so on. We're just wanting to repeat and repeat and repeat without them knowing it, because as soon as they know it, they're bored. All right, so that's really the gist. There is a really fun YouTube video that has Alex Boyer and Carmen Rasmussen singing the song to more of an African flair. So if you want to show that in singing time, it's fun to compare and contrast how that one sounds versus when the Tabernacle Choir sings it. I have a link to both of those videos using the link below. So if you want to share those videos, have the children watch and they can shake both times. And then you can talk how the difference of the rhythm and the feel of each song, how it is. Anyway, it's just kind of fun. It's just another way to repeat. So, and then you just want to make sure to bear your testimony that we are blessed when we serve others. And then maybe challenge your primary to go and serve someone this week. So I hope that helps you teach a somewhat daunting hymn, but it's really not daunting. They'll have so much fun with the shakers. So anyway, I hope that helps you with singing time this week. I'd love to hear how it goes in the comments.